Hello everyone, welcome to today's video, which is a Will I Buy It? I am going to be talking about the newest makeup releases, and I'm going to tell you whether or not I have plans to purchase those products and the reasoning behind my decision. I have done one of these videos in the past. It's been about 2 years or so. And the reason why I haven't put more of these videos out is because that first one, well, it just didn't do so well as far as views. But I thought, why not try it again? My good friend Samantha March puts out a Will I Buy It video every single week, and her viewers seem to really enjoy those. I'm not saying that I can do this or will do this every single week, but let me know in the comments if this is the type of video that you would like to see more of. There are actually several other beauty content creators that do this type of video, and Samantha actually has a community playlist with all of those videos. Not everyone attaches their video to that playlist, but I will do that, and I will link the playlist in the description box for you. So just like many other creators that do this type of video, I get my information on upcoming releases from Trend Mood on Instagram. And this page, this Instagram page, is the best resource in my opinion for seeing what's new, what's upcoming, and getting the release dates and swatches and all of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just look through that feed. Of course, I look at it every single day and I say to myself whether or not I'm going to purchase or pass on it. And sometimes I say I'm going to pass on it and then I end up purchasing. I think a lot of us do that. But I'm going to give you my instant reactions to whether or not I plan to purchase these items. I'm filming this video on the day that Pat McGrath released her latest Mothership palette. This one is called the Utopian Dream. And while this isn't the first product on Trend Mood's current feed, I am going to start with this one just because it's been popping up in my feed all day long from different influencers on YouTube and on Instagram. I'm just seeing this palette over and over and over. First of all, the packaging of this palette. This cover art, stunning. The shades in this palette, absolutely stunning. I do own 2 other Mothership palettes, and the reason why I am going to pass on this palette, I think I might be the only beauty YouTuber that isn't going to buy this, and not just because it's $125, but that does come into play. I personally think that Pat McGrath eyeshadows, from the ones I've tried, they are just absolutely fantastic quality. The shimmers are stunning. The mattes are creamy and blendable. Yes, it's 10 eyeshadows, 10 beautiful eyeshadows for $125. I just know that this is not going to be a palette that I reach for very often. First of all, I do find the palettes, while the packaging is visually stunning, they are a little bit bulky to me. They're a little bit cumbersome for me to use. If you've watched even 3 or 4 of my other videos where I've done tutorials or talked about eyeshadow palettes, I'm pretty consistent in saying that I do prefer smaller palettes that I can hold in my hand, that I can work off of. I don't know, I just find the Pat McGraths to be a little bit big and cumbersome. And I have small hooded eyes. All of these beautiful shimmers are just wasted on me, for lack of a better phrase to use. I do wear shimmers on my lids. I love to wear shimmer on my lids, but some people with bigger eyes, with more lid space, can use several different shimmers at a time. And there are people with small hooded eyes that do like to layer the shimmers. I just can't. I cannot use more than 3 eyeshadows on my lids at a time. Once in a while, I'll add in a 4th color. I did that today. I used a shimmer on my lid. I used a lighter brown as a transition. I used a darker brown on my outer corners. And then I went in with actually a pink shade to tie in the dress that I'm wearing. I used the Anastasia Beverly Hills Carly Bible palette that I think is discontinued. And then once in a while, I'll also take a cream or ivory eyeshadow and apply it underneath my brows. So if a palette has all of those things, a transition shade, an outer corner shade, a lid shade, an under the brow shade, that really speaks to me. But when the palette is mostly shimmers and vibrant shimmers at that, I think they're beautiful to look at, but they're not all going on my eyes. I am not going to do that palette justice. People like Mel Thompson, if you are not following her, if you don't know about her channel, she is a fantastic makeup artist here on YouTube. She has a great channel, and she has the perfect eye shape for really showing off eyeshadows, to really making the most of a palette like this. So that's why I'm passing on this palette. All right, so we are now moving from the pricier Pat McGrath palette to something definitely more affordable. Colourpop has just released the new Y2K collection. This includes 3 5-pan eyeshadow palettes, 2 Super Shock highlighters, 3 Super Shock eyeshadows, 3 plumping lip glosses, and there's also 4 hair clips for $6. So I will likely not buy any of that either. These shades are just not anything that I would use. There's a chance I might pick up one of the Super Shock highlighters. Those do look really pretty, and being that they're only $10, I'm a little bit highlighter obsessed, so I might pick up one of those. Now, this is all going to depend also on whether or not it's available at Ulta or if it has to be purchased online at colourpop.com. I don't really like to order from the Colourpop website because I've just personally have had some not so good experiences with them, from the shipping taking a long time to me getting other people's orders. It just really hasn't gone well. So if I purchase Colourpop, I really like to purchase it in store. So the likelihood of me getting anything from this collection is pretty slim. Up next is the Naked Cyber palette from Urban Decay. The packaging to me is very pretty. I do love pastels, and for the most part, I really like the Naked palettes that I have, and I'm pretty sure I have them all. I am on Urban Decay's PR list, but I don't always get every single launch. I might get this in PR, so if I do, I'll definitely show it on my channel. I will probably use it in a trying new makeup video. I can't see myself going out and purchasing this though. It just doesn't look very practical, and not that everything I buy has to be practical. I mean, I'm a makeup junkie, so I buy a lot that I don't need or just something that, well, isn't practical. But this, from the looks of it, is an easy pass. Sometimes though, I will say no, but then I'll see the palette in store and it just looks so much better in person, and then I just can't help myself. So that remains to be seen, but as of now, I am saying no. Ooh, this just popped up right now. More Obsessions palettes from Huda Beauty. First up, there's Wild Chameleon. Wild Chameleon has deep purples, pinks, and sunset oranges. Next up is Wild Jaguar. Smoky eye shades with monochromatic purples, a sparkly gray, a speckled bronze, and black. If I do purchase any of these, that will probably be the one that I pick up, because this shade range definitely is more in my comfort zone. It's what appeals to me the most. I love the shimmery lilac, lavender shade. It appears to have a light matte pinky ivory that I can wear underneath my brow or on the lid. A black, to me, is always good to have it in a palette because I do like to line my eyes with a smoky black eyeshadow. It's just the one, yeah, that appeals to me the most. And then there's Wild Tiger, which is champagne gold with taupe neutrals and a terracotta pink. That one looks pretty as well, especially the bronze, the shimmering bronze and the shimmering pink in here. And I do love a shimmering gold, but I won't use the yellows or oranges. I just won't. And finally, there's Wild Python. Those of you that love color will probably love this palette. I just know that I will never likely use these shades, so I'm definitely passing on this one. Now, this next palette at first glance looked like it was going to be another Too Faced palette, because it really looks to me like it's the same packaging as a Too Faced chocolate bar palette. This is actually a Morphe collection in collaboration with Cherry Coke. Am I wrong? Does this not look like the Too Faced chocolate bar packaging? I might have to get this. It's $24. The shades look very pretty. I don't always do well with red toned eyeshadows. I have an allergy to the dye that is in many pink and red shadows. So that might not work out so well for me, but I'm always willing to give them a try. As I said, I'm wearing a pink shade today in my crease and I'm having no issues with it. And I do like the shimmers in here. Of course, I don't know yet how the quality is, but I do have the Morphe Madison Beer collaboration palette. That is one of my favorites. It's one of my most used eyeshadow palettes. So I'm definitely going to check this one out. There's also a lip glaze in Sippin' Pretty and a Cherry Coke cheek blush in Cherryfied. This one looks very similar to the cherry blush I have from Milani that I actually talked about in my recent monthly favorites video. It's a beautiful color. When used lightly, it gives you a very nice flush on the cheeks, and I'm guessing this is probably the same. I'm not sure if it will be quite as pigmented, but I can see this type of shade looking very nice on a lot of different skin tones, depending on how you apply it. And then there's also a 3-piece beauty sponge set. I probably won't purchase that just because I have so many sponges already that I personally love, and I just don't need any more sponges. Next up, we have the new fall Buxom lip polishes. I think these might be exclusive to Ulta. There are 4 shades. You've got Spiced Vanilla Latte, Pumpkin Chai Latte, Pippa Pumpkin, and Vivian Vanilla. Based on these swatches, I am personally most drawn to Pippa Pumpkin. The other ones look a little bit deep for my preference, and then Spiced Vanilla Latte, at least in this photo right here, it looks a little orange, like a yellowy orange. I don't find that to be flattering even in this photo. Now, Vivian Vanilla and Pumpkin Chai Latte, they look gorgeous on the medium and darker skin tones in this photo. And they don't look terrible on the fair skin tones. They're just a little bit deeper than what I usually wear. So the next time I go to Ulta, if they are there already, I'll definitely check them out. At Ulta right now, you can't swatch anything, so that does make it a little bit tough. Sephora has allowed you to swatch once again, or they will swatch it for you. But Ulta, at least at my Ulta, everything is taped up. They do not allow you to test any of the testers. So I'm not sure about any of those. Okay, somebody tagged me in this post today, actually. This is the Kylie Cosmetics 24K birthday collection. Kylie Cosmetics has undergone a rebranding, repackaging recently. Now everything, I believe, is vegan and cruelty-free. I think it was cruelty-free before, but now it's vegan, and allegedly the pigmentation is better on the eyeshadows. The liquid lipsticks are supposed to be less drying. And at first glance, this eyeshadow palette really does speak to me. So I'm really not surprised someone tagged me in this post. This is a beautiful palette, but it's $60 and I'm still not sure on this one. Part of the reason is because anytime I've ever talked about Kylie Cosmetics on my channel in the past, or KKW Beauty, I get people who say, how can you support the Kardashians? Although Kylie is not a Kardashian, she is a Jenner. Regardless, I end up getting comments from people saying, how can you support this brand? And I can't follow you anymore because of it. And yes, that's not a reason for me not to purchase it. If I were really afraid of those comments, I wouldn't even talk about this right now in this video on my channel. But I'm not gonna lie, it does give me a little bit of pause. Let me know in the comments if you would like me to try Kylie Cosmetics. I'm sure there are many of you out there who see this palette and are also drawn to it and might be curious. So let me know if you are, because I could be tempted. I could be tempted to get this. I don't think I could be tempted to purchase the highlighter because I have seen that demoed on TikTok and it is straight up yellow gold. I would never wear that. It's just not going to happen. And then the lip products, I don't know. I especially don't know about limited edition lip products because if I fall in love with it and then I can't get it again, you know, I say that like I've ever finished a lip product. What am I even talking about? I don't think I have ever finished a lipstick in my life. That's how many lip products I own. Not to say I don't have favorites, because I do, but I think I've only ever finished a lip gloss, maybe, and a lip pencil, but not a lipstick. They go bad and I have to toss them, but actually finish? Mm-mm. All right, I am saving the most me launch for last, the Charlotte Tilbury Super Nudes collection. I am so excited about this collection. As soon as it launches, I am ordering everything. I am signed up for the emails, for the early access. I have ShopRunner, free 2-day shipping. So I am on it. As soon as I can, I am buying everything in this collection. I, for some reason, did not purchase the Supermodel eyeshadow palette when it was originally launched. I'm guessing I talked myself out of it by saying, Risa, you don't need another neutral, kind of boring looking eyeshadow palette. But once something is gone, that's when I really want it. I'm certain I am not the only one that does that. You talk yourself out of something when it's limited edition, and then once it's gone, you're like, darn it, I should have gotten that. And now it's coming back, so I'm not going to miss out on it. There is the Super Nudes eye palette. There are 4 Super Nude lipsticks. I have not seen the names of these yet, and it's not on the Trend Mood page. It doesn't say the names. I think they're new. I don't think they're re-promotes, but they could be, I'm not sure. And obviously if they are re-promotes and I already own the shades, I'm not going to repurchase them. But if they are all new, I will most likely buy all the new shades. There's also the Nudegasm face palette, which from photos, I'm not wowed by it, but for you and because I am a Charlotte Tilbury addict, I'm going to get it. I'm going to buy it and tell you if it's worth it because I feel like it's my duty as a beauty YouTuber and Charlotte Tilbury addict. And then there's a double-ended eye pencil that looks very pretty as well. So yes, this collection will be mine. So I think that'll do it for this Will I Buy It? Or maybe I'm titling it Purchase or Pass video. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up. If this is the type of video you would like to see me put up more often, please let me know in the comments and I will try to maybe do something like this once a month. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button and join the Risa Does Makeup family. You can also find me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook under the same username, Risa Does Makeup. Thank you all so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in my next video.